Some of the Soviet armor was now advancing more than 40 miles a day. To the north, Marshal Rokossovsky's Second Belarusian Front was moving along the Baltic shore. Its objective, Gdansk. One by one, the seaports fell to Rokossovsky's infantry. Ahead lay the last river, the Oder, and the last great European battle. Nearly $10 billion worth of American aid poured into the Soviet Union during the war. American heavy bombers based on Soviet soil. American and Soviet troops meeting on the German River. All parts of the Allied effort.
Sunday, January the 13th, 1945. Frau Gassner said today that the Russians were coming.
It was one of the shortest inaugural addresses ever given, just 573 words.
In the days and the years that come, we shall work for a just and honorable peace, a durable peace. As today we work and fight for total victory in war.
Adolf Hitler, last radio address to the German people, January the 30th, 1945. Thus I now appeal to the entire German people to gird themselves with a yet greater, stronger spirit of resistance until we can again, as before, put on the graves of the dead of this titanic struggle a wreath inscribed with the words, "And yet you were victorious."
Big day. Our Führer has spoken. The Russians are coming. But we will be victorious again and beat back the Bolsheviks.
On February the 3rd, Roosevelt landed at Saki Airport in the Crimea. Churchill had already arrived and was in the welcoming party. From Saki Airport, it was a 7-hour drive to Yalta. The opening dinner gave little encouragement of Roosevelt's appetite for the task ahead. The British Foreign Secretary, Anthony Eden, was among the guests.
February the 4th, 1945. Dinner with Americans. The President vague and loose and ineffective. Winston, understanding that business was flagging, made desperate efforts and 2 long speeches to get things going again. Stalin's attitude to small countries struck me as grim, not to say sinister.
Everyone was shocked by his appearance.
Roosevelt had 2 key objectives at Yalta. The first and most immediate was to secure Russian entry into the war against Japan after Germany's defeat. Roosevelt succeeded by secretly bribing Stalin with offers of Japanese and Chinese territory. The second, and most important, was to agree with Stalin the structure of a post-war United Nations organization, headed by a Security Council.
I have never known the Russians so easy and accommodating. In particular, Joe has been extremely good. He is a great man, and shows up very impressively against the background of the other 2 aging statesmen. I think the conference has been quite successful. We've got an agreement on Poland which may heal differences for some time at least, and assure some degree of independence to the Poles.
Roosevelt told Eleanor that he felt he had no choice but to trust the Soviet leader.
Hopeful that Stalin would come to understand that the United States was not an aggressive imperial power, that we had no long-term designs on destroying the Soviet system or Soviet government.